Hey guys, it's me, Angie. Get on in here, neighbor. We got some things we need to talk about. Well, if you all have viewed my last couple of videos, you all know that I went to my cousin's Christmas tree farm, which was amazing. Nice weather. I got to be outside absorbing some of that vitamin D, which I don't get to do very often. Of course, you all met Pickles, the Great Dane. You didn't meet my cousin one-on-one, but you could see everybody walking around and kind of figure out who everybody was. My daughter was playing around with Pickles a lot. She loves dogs. She's an animal lover. All of us are, so that's not unusual. Well, here's the thing that I want to talk to you about. My cousin approached me while I was over there, and he said, how about let's get your YouTube viewers to name our farm? Because we can't come up with a name that we agree on. And I was like, sure, what do you want to do? He said, well, have them think of a name, put it in your comments on your channel, and if we choose their name, we're going to give a gift, and we'll promote their YouTube channel. But the kicker is they're not really going to do anything drastic this Christmas with their Christmas tree farm because they're trying to get it all together. They're trying to, I guess, turn it into their own and not like the former owner who had it. They want to make it more like it's theirs. So the first thing they want to do is come up with a name. And they've went back and forth with different names, but they really can't decide on one. So what I want you all to do is go down into the comments. If you're watching this video, if you come up with a name, put it in the comments. We will get all the comments together, and if my cousin likes one of them, he and his wife, and they choose your name, I will announce it on my YouTube channel. And then next Christmas, or whenever they do their grand opening of their Christmas tree farm or whatever they do, we'll talk about your YouTube channel. You're the one that came up with the name, but you'll get your gift way before then. We kind of know what it's going to be, but I don't really want to say now because I want to get with him and make sure that I'm right on what we decided. But I would love for one of my YouTubers to name his Christmas farm. That would just make my heart feel so good that I contributed to that. But anyway, after we got back home, let me share this with you. While we were over there, I don't know if you all know this, but I can walk a little bit, before physical therapy started coming, I could stand up like 34 seconds before I had to sit down. Well, that means that I was just really weak. When they left, which I've got released today, which is the 11th of November, I could stand up 2 minutes and 54 seconds. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot to people that can walk and stand and move and all that. But when you go from 34 seconds to 2 minutes and 54 seconds, that's a lot. And I can stand up with my rollator, which is like a walker, but it has wheels on it. And I can stand there for almost 3 minutes without having to sit down. I can also walk, which at my cousin's house, inside his home, because I took my scooter and not my wheelchair, at certain points and being able to go to the restroom, I had to get up and use my rollator and walk. Now, when I say walk, it's not like when you all walk. But for me, I was doing a good job. And my husband kept saying, I cannot believe that you're walking this much. I cannot believe that you're doing this. And I said, well, if I hadn't had therapy, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm so thankful that I was able to get therapy, to be able to get stronger. Because, the holidays are coming up, and I definitely want to be involved with my family during the holidays. So anyway, number one, help me name my cousin's Christmas tree farm. Number two, I'm up and going again and able to stand longer than I have since I had my relapse. So I'm on the road to recovery. Number 3, I have to tell you all this. The scrapping and dumpster diving community is so good to me. I watch their channels all the time, and you know my channel's not about dumpster diving or scrapping or going about driving and picking up scrap metal and all that. Now, I wish it was. I wish I could do that. I envy those channels because that's really what I would love to do. But I watch those channels all the time. And when they have their lives, I am on them all the time, talking back and forth to each, these people that I've gotten to know. Which now I feel like some of them are my next door neighbors, my family, people I've known my whole life, and I haven't even known them very long. But anyway, I was asked to be a moderator on Scrapping with Matt, his channel today, his live for his in honor of his dad who passed away. Well, I was kind of nervous about it because I'd never really done that and understood what it was about. But I wanted to make Matt proud, and I wanted to do the channel justice and do well with what I set out to do and what he wanted me to do. Well, I made it through it, and I really enjoyed it, which I was going to watch it anyway, whether he had asked me to be a moderator or not, because I like to watch his channel. And by the way, if you hadn't subscribed to his channel, go to Scrapping with Matt and subscribe to his channel. He's 15 years old. He is very intelligent, really good-hearted, well-rounded young man. And you will really enjoy his channel. So go check him out. But anyway, I moderated that channel this morning, which you all know through my other channels, I haven't worked in a while. So that made me feel like I was actually contributing to the universe without just sitting at home doing nothing. Because I always was a worker. Most of the time I worked outside the home. When my kids were younger, I was a full-time stay-at-home mom raising 2 kids by myself because my husband worked off in a chemical plant, and he wasn't home but like 1 week out of the month, the first 10 years of our marriage. And then he decided to come home and work, which helped me out a lot. And then I went to work. I went to work at a bank, working in the compliance department. Now, I'm telling you, that is something else, the compliance department of a bank. And if you don't know what that is, that's the department that regulates the rest of the bank on how they lend money, making sure they don't discriminate against anyone, making sure that illegal money's not transferred from account to account, make sure there's no embezzling going on, all your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted, that department. Well, after 9/11, everything changed when it come to banking, and a lot more regulations was put on banks and stuff, and it just went crazy. And it was the only myself and my boss, who I had a great boss at the bank, that was running that department at the time. So there's another story. You all know now I worked at a bank, and I look back now and think, why did I spend 10 years of my life working at a bank when I don't even like numbers? I never even liked balancing my checkbook. When you used to have checks and you had to balance your checking account, I did not even like doing that. And I know why I did it. I did it because our family had a certain lifestyle that we like to live. And in order for us to have that lifestyle, I had to work. Now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't miserable all the time. Now, I had great friends there. I met a lot of people, a lot of women that I looked up to and were, mentors to me and mother figures that I never really had a mom in my life except my grandmother. And then I learned things from them that I never knew about. And it was just an experience that I wouldn't take anything for. except at the very end when I ended up leaving there, it was not on very good terms. But most of the time I was there, it was great because I made friends, had a lot of people, and we went to we went to New Orleans. The bank would send all the ladies to New Orleans one time a year, and we would get to have manicures and pedicures and go walk Bourbon Street and go to the French Quarters and different things like that. So they treated us well. But at the very end, before I left there, it was exhausting because 9/11 had come and it had changed everything. Everything. Well, from the bank, I came home and I got myself together and I rested because I was just mentally exhausted. Then I had a part-time job with an attorney. And I worked there for maybe 6 months, 7 months. Then I came home from there, went to work at the school as a substitute teacher. I enjoyed that very much. And then I got offered the job from a friend of mine with the library, which I've always loved books. I don't know, I can get around books and it just calms me. I know that sounds strange, but the longer you watch my videos, you'll see just how strange I really am. But I like to sit in a room, holding a book, reading a book, in a library, in a bookstore, anything like that. I enjoy things like that. But when I got this job at the library, I was the branch manager here in our little small town. And then the branch manager position came open in the next town over, which was a promotion. So I took that. And that's where I was when I got diagnosed with sarcoidosis. And I had to leave my job and come home. And I missed that job. I miss being around people. I miss the social aspect of the life that I used to have. But now that I have YouTube, it seems like it's coming back a little, that I have some kind of communication with adult people in the outside world without just sitting home and just watching TV all the time. So I really appreciate you all that have subscribed to my channel, watched my videos, commented. It means the world to me because you all don't know the hours that I have spent in this house of just sitting and wondering what I was going to do with the rest of my life. I mean, you all that watch my channel know I have 2 grown children. They're not here. Okay, then my husband works 12-hour days. He works shift work. He's no longer here. He's not old enough to retire. He's only 55. He's got 5 or 6 more years before he can retire. So I'm mostly here by myself. So by you all tuning into my channel and you all having lives like you all do to let me come in and chit chat with you all, that sustains me for a while. And then I get to go out. I get to go visit my cousin like I did this past weekend. Now that other things are going on, the holidays are coming up, I'm going to be decorating for Christmas. This is the first year since I've gotten sick that I'm really excited about decorating for Christmas. Now, for the last few years, I've had a really small Christmas tree. But, I can't do that this year because, I have my granddaughter. So I can't go small. I have to go a little bigger than what I've been doing. I mean, I'm not going to do her like that. Gigi is going to have a nice place for her to come for Christmas. And by the way, I have my shirt on that says Gigi, which I'm very proud to wear. But until you become a grandparent, people used to try to explain to me what it was going to be like, but I just didn't have a clue. But it's great. And you all who follow me on Facebook have seen pictures of my granddaughter, and she is a mess. She is a happy baby all the time, smiling, laughing. Now, given, if she gets hungry or sleepy, I mean, even adults, when they get hungry and sleepy, they get ill. So I really can't blame her for that. But anyway, guys, don't forget to put in the comments a name that you think that my cousin's Christmas farm should be called. What name should it be? And we may choose you. I want everybody to participate now. And don't forget, like or dislike, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time, neighbors, bye.